Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Fitness Challenge. My name is Jen. We're going to get started in a minute. All you need today is a mat, yourself, some water, and a good attitude. So there's going to be no jumping today, but we do have one grouping of burpees. We're going to do those with no jumps. So get yourself ready, and we'll get started. Okay, I think we're good to go now. For some reason, it told me that this class was a sales, so it tried to put all sorts of stuff on it, and then the image wouldn't come up, but I think we're okay now. So, we're going to do everything today based on a 3-minute format. So we have pairs of exercises, and we're going to do them A, B, A, B, A, B, all the way until we hit 3 minutes. Then we take a rest, and then we start 2 more. We have 5 groupings total, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. So we're gonna get warmed up, and then we'll get started. So it is 12:15, so welcome, my name is Jen. You don't need anything, just your body and a mat and some water. So let's just swing a little forward and back, and if you want to hold on for balance, highly recommend. Nothing wrong with that. If something that we do today is uncomfortable for you, modify or change it out to totally something different. So let's say we're doing the burpees and it's not agreeing with you, maybe you do jumping jacks instead. Low intensity or high intensity, up to you. Maybe you do a squat walk exercise. You can change it up. You don't have to do what we're doing. The idea is just to keep it with the integrity. So if we're doing a higher intensity exercise, try to pick a different higher intensity exercise that you would prefer doing for whatever reason. Totally fine. All right, let's come back. Let's open and close. And don't feel free, you don't need to match me with the speed of these exercises. You do you, I do myself, no worries. Go faster, go slower. Unworried side. Let's reach over and then switch. I know my shoulder's not really happy with me today, so we'll see how everything works. I'm gonna try my best, but if I need to take an extra break, guess what? I'm gonna take it. So if I'm breaking, you can break too, that's fine. But don't feel like if I'm breaking, you have to break. Also, exercises were either 10 in a row or 20. You can change that. Let's come across in front. Maybe you wanna do 5 in a row. Maybe you wanna do 15 in a row, that's fine. Your workout, I'm just your guide and coach here. Rotating, rotating. Let's calm down. One more each side. Come to the center, bring those arms up. Little toy soldier action in front. Bringing the belly button is the middle ground here. Bringing those hands to the belly button. Bringing those feet, legs to the belly button. Two more. 1 and 2. All right, let's roll it out to a plank. Stay here. If you need to drop, that's fine. Touch an elbow, or touch a shoulder, depending on the height that you're going for. And if being in plank is too much, like let's say if it's too much on your shoulder, it doesn't have to be too much on your back or your feet. All body parts are connected. Let's do one more each side. And then if you're not on your knees, come down, take a second. We're gonna do that again, and I'm gonna turn forward this time so I have enough space. Instead of touching that shoulder or that elbow, we're just gonna reach that arm in front and back down. All right, so on your knees, on your toes, lift up, and then lift up. Do one more side. Release, come on down to all fours. Now let's just do a couple little cat-cows. So we're gonna reach up with that Halloween cat and then come down the other way. Up, hold for a second, and down. Up, and down. Just do a couple more of these. And then we're ready to get started. All right, one more each side. I'm gonna get our timer ready. And we're gonna get started with our first grouping. We have burpees and super people. So a burpee is going to be with no jump today. You can add the jump to all you want, but we're gonna do the no jump version as our default. So we're gonna come down, we're gonna walk or jump out, we're gonna walk or jump up, and then stand up. So we're gonna do 10 of those in a row. Then you're gonna come down to the ground, arms out, legs out, lift up, hold for about 2 or 3 seconds and come back down, come up 2 or 3 seconds and come back down. We have 10 of those. So we're going back and forth between those two things, 10 repetitions each, or pick another number, for 3 minutes straight. The idea is to take as very few breaks as possible. You can slow it down, you can modify, you can do whatever you want, but the idea is to try to keep moving all the way through those 3 minutes. All right, so are we ready to go? We are starting in 4, 3, 2, and let's go. And remember going down to those Supermans, women's, peoples after. And then straight back in. We are about halfway through with time. Less than 1 minute. "45 seconds. 20 seconds. Keep going all the way to the beat. Okay, so we have 1 minute. Next exercise, we're down on the ground. Exercise pair, we're down on the ground. We have bridge pulses and leg lowers. You're gonna come up, pulse 2, 3, down. Come up, pulse 2, 3, down. 10 of those. And then we have leg lowers. So legs up, lower them down as far as you can, and then come back up. Your knees can also be bent here, and do more heel drops, your choice. So we start those in 21 seconds. So we're coming up to that bridge, we're pulsing 3 times, we're coming back down. The leg lowers, knees straight, knees bent. Same concept all the way through, 3 minutes. Hope you're feeling okay. We're starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, pulse 1, 2, 3, and down. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And then immediately right back in. Pulse 3 times, back down. You do not have to be at the same point in the exercise as me. In fact, statistically, the chances of that happening are pretty slim. We have 1 minute exactly. Remember, you can always bend those knees and do heel drops if you don't feel like doing the leg lowers. You come down as far as you need. When your back starts arching up, that's your cue. Squeezing that entire torso in. 30 seconds. All the way to the bell. 3, 2, 1. All right, stand back up. Next one is going to be 20 repetitions. Grab some water. We have rotational punches and back kicks. So we're going to punch 1, 2, rotating and punching, 20 per side, so 40 total. And then we're going to do back kicks, same thing, 20 each side, or 40 total. You pick the speed, just make sure that you know where you're kicking, you're not going to hit anything. and you're rotating with your punches. All right, this is number 3 of 5. So we are definitely hitting the middle ground here. We are starting in 7 seconds. All right, let's go. Make sure you know where you're cooking and where you're kicking. And punch. And kick. Make sure that whatever the height is that you're doing, that is equal for both sides. We have 20 seconds. How much did you get done? Three, two, one. Equal out each side. Okay. Push-ups and inchworms are next. You can do these push-ups on the wall. You can do them off a bench, off a stair, on your knees, on your toes. You pick 10 push-ups of your choice, and then we have inchworms. And as a reminder, our inchworm is coming down, walking out to a plank, coming back, touching the toes, and going back down again. That is what I'm concentrating in inchworm today. So 10 and 10. We start in 20 seconds. Push-ups. Making sure your elbows are tracking back. They're not tracking out. Any variation you would like, and feel free to change it up over the course of the 3 minutes. We're starting in 3, and 2, and 1. And those inchworms, this is a lot of work on your shoulders here. So do your best, take your time, do it right. We have a minute and 23 seconds left. Just over halfway. I'm going to do my second set of push-ups on the wall. If doing the planks with these inchworms are too much, you can always drop down to your knees. You can march your hands out, drop to your knees, take a second, and then come back up. Or you can stand up in between to give yourself a little break. We have 17 seconds left. We have one more pairing left. Okay, the last one, arm circles and squats. So we're going to burn out the shoulders just that much more, okay? So squats are squats, we know that. Just sit back and up. You can use a chair to actually sit back to touch your glutes. That's fine, that's great, wonderful. Please use that tactile sensation if you need it. And then we have arm circles. So we're going to do 10 arm circles forward, 10 arm circles back, so 20 total, and then 20 squats total. Now you can do the squats narrow, semi-wide, super wide, plie, sumo, whatever you want for your squat. That's totally cool. I like doing sumos. I'll probably stick with sumo. Pick your own. So we have 10 forward circles, 10 backward circles, and you can always kind of chicken wing it by keeping your elbows bent. It makes it a little easier. All right, ready? 1, 2. And reverse. And then 20 squats of your choosing. Making sure your chest is up nice and tall. This is the last 3 minutes. And you can make these arm circles as big as you want. You don't have to make them small. We are at halfway. Let it take 1 minute and 15 seconds. Thirty seconds. done. Grab some water. And then come on back. Nice, short and sweet. Complexes can be tough, so they can really work on your endurance factor. Usually you don't work on your shoulders for 3 minutes straight with the push-ups in the inchworm, but in these you do. So, take a couple more seconds. Alright, let's take it on. Bring it up against a wall or a door frame or something like that. And let's open up that chest. And stare at my pumpkins. I don't do, these are pie pumpkins, so I figured I'd just decorate them a little bit. And then when I'm ready to make pumpkin pie, clean them up, stick them in the oven, roast them up. And, or lower, sorry. Lower angle and then rotate. Not a huge person that does decorations just because I don't really have a lot of places to store things. But something like this, easy peasy, on the side, it's because it's literally consumable. And who doesn't love pumpkin pie? And come up and just and down and just release, grab a foot, pull back, quad stretch. Release, cross it over, lean on down, hamstring stretch. Roll it up, other side, pull it back. Pull it across, lean down. Come on up, turn sideways, hands up against the wall, 1 foot out. Let's give ourselves a calf stretch. Even if you did not do the jumps with the burpees, your calves were still involved. Other side. Release, tricep stretch. Back to those push-up muscles. And switch. Release, cross one leg over, side body stretch, over the top. And same thing, other side. Release, bring your feet shoulder width apart and bend at the hips. Bring that chest to the thighs and just let that upper body hang here. You can move around those arms. Head can say yes, head can say no. Really let it all go. And then very slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, roll it on up. Take 2 shoulder rolls back. When you get to the top, and 2 shoulder rolls front when you get to the top. Awesome work. We're done. Thanks for coming. I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope if you came to the Trick or Trot, you had a fun time, whether you physically came on campus to do it, or whether you did it virtually. 2 thumbs up for you, and looking forward to having some really fun events in the spring. See you later. See you next week.